Hello, this is Dr. Don White, and this is the third of 4 videos on how to use the IASA Senate Bill 7 Performance Ranking file. This video is going to show you how to sort data. The first video was an overview about the program itself. The second video was on how to transfer data from a previous year into this new file. And the fourth video will be how to use the Microsoft Word optional merge process. To sort data, there are several locations where we can sort data within this program. It's not for all worksheets or all data, and that's what I hope to provide you with today. The first place that we could sort would be on the worksheet titled Inter-District Info here. I can sort the information that I've entered into the program. You'll notice I'm highlighting the district schools locations. When I do that, if I choose to sort the data, I can come to the top and click on Data, then click on Sort, and I'm going to get a window that appears. Microsoft Excel is asking me, do I want to sort just this, or would I like to expand the selection? So when it says, do you wish to continue with the current selection, I say yes. Then what I can do is, you'll notice that it's already given me the column that it's going to sort by, and it's going to go A to Z. So I'm just going to say OK. Now mine was already sorted, so it didn't change anything. Now I could do the same thing for the positions if they're out of order. Yours would probably be in alphabetical order versus what I've provided here. I can sort the list of endorsements the same way. I'd highlight all of the content-specific endorsements the same way. As I go to the right, I could sort the race. However, I've tried to provide it in the order that it is specified in the Public Act. But if I choose to sort it, I could go to the top. I highlighted the data, click on Sort. Again, it asks the question, do you wish to continue? I say yes. It says that, do I have a header row? This is a good tip. I'm glad it showed up here. I'm going to uncheck that box because I also want to include the first cell, which is the Alaskan Native alone, American Indian or Alaskan Native alone. So once I do that, now I can click OK, and then it will sort that information by alphabetical. If I don't like what it did, I can go up to Undo and just have it in the order that was actually listed in the Public Act. If I choose to change or resort the evaluator names, I need to make sure that I've highlighted both so that if I sort, when I do, the evaluator IEIN actually appears next to the evaluator's names. Otherwise, I might have evaluator 10 with the IEIN for some other evaluator in the list. So I would highlight both of these rows when I have data, go to the top, click Sort. Now you'll notice that I will also want to uncheck my data has headers. You'll see that it thinks that the header column is actually row 2 where it says evaluator name and then this IEIN. So what I'm going to do is uncheck that, and then it's going to highlight the entire list of data. And I'm going to sort by column M then, because that's what I want to do for the evaluator's name, and click OK. And then again, it takes the data and it sorts it in the way that it would alphabetically. I'm going to undo that because I like it in the numeric order that I had it originally. Now once I do that, I've made changes to this worksheet. I need to refresh the information that's in these pivot tables. So I come to this worksheet, which is the second worksheet called List Pivot Tables. Go to Pivot Table Analyze at the top, click the drop-down arrow, and refresh all. And then if it was resorted in any way, it would take care of it here. All right, and this isn't an important worksheet, but it's important that you do update the pivot tables anytime you change information. So if it's not sorted in a way that makes sense to you, that's okay on this worksheet. The one where you'll do most of your needs for sorting, and this is the last space that you can actually sort data, will be on the worksheet titled Enter Teacher Data here. To do this one, I'm going to highlight cell A1, and I'm going to go down and over as much as I have data all the way through the evaluator's name. So when I go to the right in this file, I'm going to go all the way over and stop short of the IEIN for the evaluator, and I'll explain why in a second. So I'm going to go down to the bottom of where there is data, and if I go further than that, that's not a problem at all. But I have quite a bit of data in this, so it's going to take a second or two to get down to the bottom. You probably won't have this much data in your file, which is fine. But for my sample, I wanted a robust data set so that I could see if there were any errors or give good tutorials on how to use the program. So as I said, I could go further than the bottom row of data, but I definitely need to make sure that I go at least to the bottom row. You'll notice I've got a lot of data in here, so I'll keep going. Now I'm down to the bottom. I went a little bit further, which is fine. You'll notice that I did not go all the way to the right to column CF. Now that's important because this column CF, or in future years it'll be column CG, CH, so forth and so on as we continue in years, but this column is actually programmed within the worksheet so that once I select the evaluator's name, it will auto-populate for you the IEIN. It saves you a little bit of typing at the end of it so you don't have to look back and forth on what you entered back on the district info here page. So now I've highlighted all of those cells, and if I want to sort it, I go to data at the top and I click sort. Now, if I've highlighted the correct data, it will auto-populate for you, sort by first the last name of the teacher, then the first name of the teacher in case you have multiple Smiths in your district. And then the last thing would be it'll sort by the position type. So that puts current position on top of the list of teachers or that individual teacher, and then it will list the teacher's other eligible positions. So then I just click OK, and it will sort this data for me. And that's important because as I add information, I may put new teachers at the bottom, and I might want all of the teachers' information together throughout the worksheet. So it's sorted accordingly. Again, I made changes, so I want to make sure that I've updated my pivot tables. So I go to, I'll just use group 1 as a report. I go to group 1, go to pivot table analyze, and then hit refresh all. And then it will update, or it will reflect any changes that I've made throughout the program. That all of the reports will then be updated. Make sure that you save your file, and you can sort again as many times as you care to. I hope this has been helpful. If you do have questions, please reach out to me at SB7 at iasasurveys.org. Thank you.